back to more adventures with Florida Powerboat Club. This time we're not out on the waterways, we're on the highways and the byways. I-95 is rolling pretty good this morning here as we pass the Fort Lauderdale Airport, bumping it down the highway in my F-350. Got the air and the shocks because we're going to be picking up the Project 1080 here in a minute at the cigarette factory. They were so kind as to store the boat for me for the last few weeks, and the new cigarette racing service department did a little work on the boat, and we're getting ready for a big project. And the Project 1080 is going to be probably a thing of the past here real soon. Oh, the idea anyway. The boat itself is about to go through a major transformation, and I'm very excited about it here. So here we are late August, and I'm thinking within about 4 to 6 weeks we're going to have a Project 1080 back out on the water with a new name and a new set of Mercury Racing 565s. Hey, I'm still a stern drive guy. I love my Mercury Racing 540s, but these 565s are pretty stout motors. Everybody who has them loves them. Looking for a little bit more power, a little bit more speed. Going down to the cigarette factory now to pick the boat up, and we're going to drive it about 7 miles to TNT Marine Center, also known as TNT Rigging. And Johnny and TNT and Lupe and the entire gang down there are going to install those Mercury Racing 565s into the 38-foot cigarette Top Gun. And that means we're going to have a new, fresh, faster, and certainly reliable 38 Top Gun for the Key West Poker Run this year and for some other events that we attend. Hey, we did that original Project 1080 as a 25th anniversary for the Florida Powerboat Club. Well, guess what, guys? It's our 30th anniversary already. 5 years later. Oh my God, how did the time travel so fast? But yes, indeed, we are celebrating our 30th anniversary of the Key West Poker Run and of the Florida Powerboat Club as we go forward. So I can't think of a better way to celebrate than a completely refreshed cigarette Top Gun as our official pace boat, chase boat, whatever we use it for. Of course, the fact that we are sponsored by Cigarette Racing, well, that doesn't hurt either, because not only has Cigarette been a good supporter of the club all these years, they really stepped up their game this year with the new ownership under John Ruiz and his team, and they have agreed to once again be our presenting sponsor for the Key West Poker Run in November. So that's another reason why owning a cigarette is kind of cool. And so I'm excited about the project. We're almost at the cigarette factory now. The traffic is flowing. We're going to be hooked up to that Top Gun, and we're going to get over and talk to the guys at TNT and get a schedule together for the rigging, because it's a big job, obviously. And we are going to walk you guys through the entire process of taking out those motors and rigging them with the new 565. So an exciting chapter ahead here for Florida Powerboat Club. One of the things I always wanted to do with this cigarette Top Gun, the Project 1080, was to return it to its maker. And that's exactly what we did by bringing it here to the cigarette factory, about a month ago. And one of the reasons we brought it here was to allow the cigarette service department to take a look at the boat, and also to let Eric Christensen give me some ideas about what we might do different as we go forward with this chapter, with this Project 1080 now being rebranded as the Project... do I tell you? Is this a reveal moment? It's going to be called Flight 1130. That is the sum total of 2 Mercury Racing 565s, which are going to be installed in the boat by TNT Rigging any day now, because the motors have come in from Mercury Racing. Time to take the cigarette and move it over to the other side of Miami, that is North Miami here, from Opa-locka, from the factory, so that TNT can begin that project. You can see that Mindy has already had her staff pull out the tailpipes here and taken those to CMI, and their CMI can now rig these tailpipes with the proper flaps and reversion cones that will prevent saltwater intrusion back through the tailpipes into the engines. Want to keep these 565s well tuned and well flushed every time we use them in salt water, so that we can maintain, extended use of these engines as we go forward. Not only using the boat for Florida Powerboat Club poker runs, but also to campaign the boat nationally on the poker run tour. And that means every summer we're going to get on the road and go and visit you guys out there and visit all the poker runs that we possibly can in the summer months when things are a little quiet here in South Florida. So continuing the exciting now campaign and the adventure with the Project 1080, now rebranded as Flight 1130, and we are going to be installing those Mercury Racing 565 stern drives complete with the ITS XR drives, and of course we're going to return to the Sportmaster lowers, all of the gingerbread, all of the hardware we need to make this boat be a really reliable poker run machine. You know, when you get to TNT, it's like red carpet service. You know, David McIntyre was out there waiting with the forklift. We pulled up to the barn. We backed that Project 1080 in, and she's in the shop. She's lined up, and then I walked in the room next door, and here's Lupe Vignola. And, you know, he's been waiting for me. He said, Stu, before we do anything, you need to come in and we need to talk shop. So we're talking shop with Lupe. So Lupe, we got a piece of paper here that says basically, Stu, we don't do anything without you signing on the dotted line. And that's exactly what I just did. But you know what? I felt really good about it. That's the most fun I've ever had, sitting with Lupe for 10 minutes and going over the work order, because we're going to do some heavy-ass rigging here at TNT. Now, what I want to know is, how did you guys magically fit me in? The motors arrived, 2 days ago? And you said, bring the boat.
Look, we try to accommodate people. We try to get things done here. And if we could help you out, let's get it done.
Well, we're excited about this. And, you know, you guys have been great. You know, we had the boat here before. We did some service on the 540s. And those engines have had a good run. We're going to clean them up, freshen them up a little bit, and repurpose them, maybe find another boat for them. But in the meantime, those Mercury Racing 565s and all new hardware, and it's all out there. Santa came early this year, so Lupe, what do you say we get a box cutter and a strap cutter and we go out and open those boxes up?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
So now we're looking at the brand new Mercury K-planes, Mercury Racing K-planes 380s, which are the big dogs. They're like big, long plane K-planes that will allow us and that cigarette to really plane out quickly and to have really good control in the rough stuff. You know, this cigarette 38 Top Gun is a straight bottom boat. It's a heavy boat, and it responds very well to trim and tab. So we know that these are the tabs. We know that these are the tabs that are gonna work the best on the boat. Of course, it's got enough. Oh, God, look at those. Beautiful.
Beautiful new stuff.
Yes. So these are the Mercury Racing 380s, and this is really the big boy tab. This is what you need for a high performance application. So as promised, there we go. We are unveiling now the transom assemblies. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. So I believe that the ITS is about 8 or 9 inches standoff, is it?
7 inch.
7 inches for the standard. Yeah.
Basically from here to here, it's got a 7 inch.
Yeah.
7 inch
Yep.
extension box.
Yep.
Technically. Over to the top of the other box.
There you go. All right.